They can destroy buildings, but they can't touch belief. This truth echoes louder today than ever before. It's a simple yet profound statement, one that transcends the very nature of human struggle. They can take away the structures we build, they can bomb the cities we inhabit, and they can raze the landmarks we hold dear. But the essence of who we are, the spirit that binds us as a people, cannot be broken by the destruction of physical things. Buildings, homes, and even entire cities are susceptible to violence, disaster, and decay. They are made of fragile materials, bricks, stones, steel, that can crumble in an instant. They stand as symbols of human achievement, yes, but they are also reminders of the vulnerability of human creations. You can take down the tallest towers, burn the most magnificent structures to the ground, but the belief that lives within us will always stand taller. You can drop bombs, you can launch missiles, you can inflict pain and suffering, but you cannot bomb the heart of a believer. Belief is not built with bricks and mortar. It's forged in the depths of the soul. It is unshakable, unwavering, and it grows stronger with every hardship we face. You can destroy every physical thing around us, but you cannot destroy the faith we carry within. It's the faith that has survived centuries of oppression, persecution, and trials. It's the faith that has guided countless generations through the darkest of times, and has always brought them to the light. Look at history. Look at the countless empires that have risen and fallen, the dynasties that once ruled the world, the nations that were once invincible. What happens when their power fades, when the bombs fall, when the weapons are fired, and when the dust settles? The physical remnants of their power may remain for a time, but it's the spirit of the people that endures. And this is where our strength lies. Our belief is not just a reaction to the world around us. It's a source of power that no outside force can ever extinguish. Think about the way we've lived, the way we've carried our faith through every challenge, through every trial. We've faced colonization, wars, famine, and oppression. We've lived through political upheavals and social struggles. But through it all, the core of our belief has remained unscathed. In fact, the more they've tried to break us, the stronger we've become. The more they've tried to silence us, the louder our voices have rung out. It is in times of adversity that our belief is sharpened. Just as steel is forged in the hottest of fires, our faith is strengthened in the face of challenges. We are not a people who crumble when faced with difficulty. We are a people who rise. We rise in prayer. We rise in unity. We rise in the pursuit of justice. We rise knowing that while our buildings may fall, while our cities may be destroyed, our belief will never be shaken. And when they see us rise, they will understand. They will understand that we are not defined by the things they can destroy. We are defined by the belief we carry, by the strength of our spirit, and by the unity of our hearts. They can bomb our buildings, but they cannot break us. They cannot break the bond we have with our Creator, the bond we have with one another, the bond that makes us who we are. In the end, when all is said and done, it is not the buildings that stand as the testimony of our strength. It is the faith, the belief, and the unwavering spirit of a people who refuse to be broken. No matter what happens, no matter the obstacles, no matter the trials, they cannot break our belief. And as long as that belief endures, we will continue to rise. Our unity is our strongest resistance. When the world seeks to divide us, to weaken us, to create rifts and fractures, it is our unity that stands as a testament to the strength of our spirit. It is not the individual who holds the power, it is the collective. Our collective strength is unstoppable because when we stand together, when we unite as one, we become a force greater than any challenge the world can throw our way. Unity is not merely a strategy or a means to an end. It is the heart of who we are. It is what has carried us through the toughest times, and it is what will continue to carry us forward, no matter the adversity. In the face of oppression, it is unity that becomes our shield. When the world seeks to isolate us, to cast us aside, our unity is the armor that protects us. When the world tells us that we are alone, that our struggles are ours to bear alone. It is the strength of our collective that whispers back, "You are not alone. You are part of something greater. You are part of a brotherhood and sisterhood that spans the globe. And together, we are unbreakable." History has shown us time and time again that it is unity that has been the defining characteristic of every great movement, every great victory. When we stand united, we are no longer vulnerable to the forces that seek to tear us apart. In the darkest of times, when it feels as though everything is crumbling, it is the unity of the people that becomes the beacon of hope. And it is this hope that fuels us, that motivates us, and that pushes us to keep going even when the world around us is crumbling. There are forces in this world that seek to exploit our differences, to magnify them, to use them as tools to weaken us. They want us to believe that we are divided by race, by nationality, by sect, by language. But this is a lie. We know the truth. The truth is that what unites us is far greater than what divides us. Our faith, our values, our shared experiences, and our common purpose, these are the things that bind us together. These are the things that make us stronger. When we come together in unity, we become a force that no one can defeat. And when we are united in our purpose, in our determination, in our belief, nothing can stand in our way. In the face of injustice, it is our unity that speaks the loudest. When they try to oppress us, when they try to strip us of our rights, our unity is the voice that echoes through the silence. It is the strength of our unity that makes us resilient, that makes us refuse to accept the status quo. It is unity that brings people to the streets to fight for justice. It is unity that drives us to support each other in times of need. It is unity that turns the tide in our favor, no matter how overwhelming the forces against us may seem. And so, we must remember that when we stand together, we are invincible. Our unity is our strongest weapon, and it is a weapon we must wield with pride. We must not allow ourselves to be divided. We must not let the world convince us that we are weak because of our differences. Our differences make us unique, but it is our unity that makes us powerful. It is our unity that ensures that, no matter what happens, we will never be silenced, never be defeated, and never be broken. We must continue to build bridges, not walls. We must continue to strengthen the ties that bind us, not let them weaken. And above all, we must continue to stand together, shoulder to shoulder as one. Because in the end, it is our unity that will carry us through the storm, that will bring us to victory, and that will ensure that our legacy endures. The strength of our unity is our greatest resistance, and no force on this earth can ever break it. Faith forged in fire will never fade. When we look back at the history of our people, we see that it is not in times of comfort or peace that we have been shaped. No, it is in the crucible of adversity, in the furnace of trials and tribulations, that our faith has been tested, refined, and strengthened. Just like gold that is purified in the fire, our belief is purified in the struggles we face. It is these struggles that reveal the true strength of our faith, the unshakable foundation upon which we stand. When everything around us seems to be collapsing, it is our faith that anchors us, that keeps us grounded, and that gives us the strength to keep moving forward. Faith is not a passive belief. It is not something that comes easily or without effort. It is something that is earned, something that is fought for, something that is built through perseverance and endurance. In the face of hardship, our faith does not waver. It does not falter. It stands firm like a mountain against the fiercest winds, and this is because our faith is not fragile. It is not something that can be broken by the storms of life. No, our faith is forged in the fire, and when it is forged in the fire, it becomes unbreakable. We have faced many challenges in our history: wars, oppression, injustice, and suffering. And yet, through all of this, our faith has not only survived, it has thrived. When the world tried to crush us, when the world sought to break us, it was our faith that lifted us. It was our belief that carried us through the darkest of times, that gave us the strength to continue on when it seemed like there was no hope left. The fire of hardship only made our faith stronger, more resilient, and more determined. It made us realize that no matter what the world throws at us, no matter how much pain we endure, our faith is the one thing that no one can take away from us. In times of struggle, we come together. We find strength in one another, in the community of believers who stand by our side. We draw from the well of our shared faith, a faith that has been tested and tempered by fire. And in doing so, we remind ourselves that we are not alone. Our faith is not just individual, it is collective. It is a force that unites us, that binds us together in the face of adversity. And when we stand together, we are a powerful force that no amount of hardship can diminish. It is in these moments of trial that we discover the true depth of our faith. It is in these moments that we realize that our belief is not just a set of ideals or rituals. It is a way of life. It is something that runs deep within us, something that is part of who we are. It is what gives us purpose. It is what drives us to continue, to persevere, and to rise above the challenges we face. Our faith is not a fleeting thing. It is not something that can be easily shaken or destroyed. It is a fire that burns within us, and it will continue to burn as long as we keep stoking it with hope, with perseverance, and with love. And so, when we face difficult times, we do not shrink back. We do not cower in fear. Instead, we rise. We rise with the strength of our faith, knowing that it has been forged in the fire and will never fade. We know that our belief is our greatest strength, and that no matter what comes our way, it will carry us through. We may face challenges, we may face hardship, but our faith will never falter. It will never fail. It will remain unshaken and unbroken as a testament to the strength of the Spirit and the power of belief. And that, my friends, is a truth that no fire, no storm, and no trial can ever take away from us. We are not one. 9 billion statistics. We are one. 9 billion souls. Too often, the world tries to reduce us to numbers, to labels, to data points that fit neatly into charts and graphs. They look at the Muslim population and they see a statistic, an abstract figure, a mere percentage of the world's population. But we are not numbers, we are individuals, each with a story, each with a voice, each with a unique purpose and identity. Every soul within that 9 billion represents a life that matters, a heart that beats with faith, a mind that thinks with purpose, and a spirit that cannot be diminished by the narrow view of the world around us. When the world sees us as statistics, they fail to see the depth of our humanity. They fail to see the mothers who sacrifice for their children, the fathers who work tirelessly to provide, the young people dreaming of a brighter future, and the elders whose wisdom guides us all. They fail to see the doctors, the engineers, the teachers, the artists, the poets, the activists, and the everyday people who shape their communities and make the world a better place. We are not a faceless mass, a sea of people without identity. We are one. 9 billion stories, one. 9 billion dreams, one. 9 billion souls striving for something greater. It is easy for others to see us as just a number when they don't understand our culture, our values, and the beauty of our diversity. When they reduce us to a single label, Muslim, they strip us of the richness of our individuality. But the truth is, our strength lies in our diversity. We come from different countries, speak different languages, follow different traditions, and yet we are bound together by the common thread of faith. This faith does not erase our differences, rather it celebrates them. We are a mosaic of backgrounds, cultures, and experiences, each of us contributing something unique to the fabric of the global Muslim community. Each one of us represents a world of potential, of untold stories, of experiences that can enrich the lives of those around us. When we look at our community, we see that it is not defined by the hardships we face, but by the resilience we show. We are a people who have been through wars, migrations, discrimination, and poverty, Yet we have never lost sight of our humanity. We rise above the challenges because we know that we are not defined by what others think of us, but by what we believe in, by what we stand for, and by the goodness we bring to the world. We are not mere statistics because we each hold within us the power to change the world. Every single one of us is capable of making a difference, of contributing something valuable to society. From the way we treat others, to the way we build communities, to the way we raise our children, we are shaping the future in ways that the world may not always recognize. But that doesn't diminish our impact. We are not waiting for recognition or validation from those who seek to reduce us to a number. We are already changing the world in small ways and in big ways every single day. The world may try to categorize us, to label us, to reduce us to mere figures on a page, but we are not statistics. We are the heart and soul of a community that stretches across the globe. And the beauty of our faith is that it calls upon us to uplift one another, to stand by one another, and to work together for the common good. When we recognize that we are more than just numbers, we realize that we have the power to create lasting change. We have the ability to build bridges, to break down barriers, and to show the world the depth and richness of who we truly are. So, never let anyone define you by a number. Never let anyone reduce your worth to a statistic. You are more than that. You are a soul with purpose, a story with meaning, and a part of something much greater than yourself. Together, we are not just 9 billion people. We are a global community of individuals, each contributing to the tapestry of humanity. And that is a power that no one can ever take away from us. Oppression fuels purpose, not defeat. When the world seeks to suppress, to belittle, or to crush us, it often believes that we will simply bow down, that we will accept our fate, that we will fade into the shadows. But the truth is, oppression has never been a force that brings us to our knees. Instead, it has been a catalyst for our rise. It has been the fire that sharpens us, the weight that strengthens us, and the challenge that pushes us to greater heights. Oppression does not defeat us. It ignites within us a purpose that cannot be extinguished. Throughout history, we have seen that the most oppressive forces are often the ones that bring about the greatest change. When people are oppressed, when they are denied their rights, when they are pushed to the margins, it is in these moments that the seeds of resistance are planted. It is in these moments that the call for justice grows louder, the desire for freedom grows stronger, and the determination to fight for what is right becomes undeniable. Oppression doesn't break us. It forces us to look within ourselves and ask the question, what are we willing to stand up for? What are we willing to fight for? And in answering that question, we discover a purpose far greater than anything the world can take away from us. For generations, people have endured oppression in its many forms. Colonialism, racism, discrimination, economic inequality, political persecution. And yet each time they have risen. They have risen not out of bitterness or hatred, but out of a deep conviction that justice must prevail, that the truth must be heard, and that the oppressed will never be silenced. We are no different. When we face oppression, we do not cower in fear. We stand taller. We find our voice. We rise with a purpose that cannot be denied. The beauty of oppression is that it does not break our spirit. It strengthens it. It is like the pressure that turns coal into diamonds. It refines us, it molds us, it makes us shine brighter than ever before. The more they try to suppress us, the more our light grows. The more they attempt to erase our presence, the more we assert ourselves. Oppression may try to crush our bodies, but it cannot crush our souls. It may try to limit our freedom, but it cannot limit our will to fight. It may try to silence our voices, but it cannot silence the power of our message. When we are oppressed, we are reminded of what is truly important. We are reminded that our dignity is not defined by the systems that seek to keep us down. Our worth is not determined by the labels others place upon us. We are more than the conditions we face. We are more than the struggles we endure. And when we realize this, we are emboldened. We are driven. We are motivated to rise up and show the world that we will not be broken, that we will not be defeated, that we will stand tall in the face of adversity. It is in the darkest of times that our true purpose shines the brightest. When everything seems lost, when it feels as though the world is against us, it is then that we find our strength, our unity, and our resolve. Oppression may try to dictate our path, but it cannot control our destination. We are not defined by the obstacles placed in our way, but by how we overcome them. Every injustice we face only fuels our purpose further. Every challenge we encounter only strengthens our resolve. And every act of oppression only drives us closer to the justice, the freedom, and the dignity we so rightfully deserve. We must understand that oppression is not just an external force. It is also an internal battle. It is the mindset that tells us we are powerless, that we are helpless, that we are victims. But we must reject that mindset. We must reject the notion that oppression can define us. Instead, we must embrace the truth that it is our response to oppression that defines who we are. We will rise, we will fight, we will stand together, and we will never let oppression define our purpose. In the end, oppression does not break us. It awakens us. It reminds us of the power within us to rise, to unite, and to create the change we seek. It fuels our purpose, and it drives us toward a future where justice and equality prevail. No matter how hard they push, no matter how strong the force against us, we will always rise. And in rising, we will show the world that oppression only strengthens our resolve and that our purpose is unbreakable. The Ummah rises, always. In the face of every challenge, of every setback, the strength of the Ummah is never in question. It does not matter how deep the adversity may be, how dark the road ahead appears. One thing is certain, the Ummah will rise. This is not just a promise. It is a testament to the resilience, the unity, and the unwavering belief of a people who have stood the test of time. It is a people who have been broken, torn, and battered by the storms of history, but have never been defeated. And it is this enduring spirit, this relentless will to stand tall, that has carried the Ummah through centuries of hardship, and will continue to carry it for generations to come. The Ummah is not just a community. It is a living, breathing force that transcends borders, transcends nations, and transcends the divisions that the world tries to impose upon it. It is a brotherhood and sisterhood that spans across continents, across oceans, across cultures. It is a bond that cannot be broken by politics, by borders, by differences. The Ummah is unified not by geography, but by faith. And it is this unity, this strength of belief, that has always been the foundation of its rise. Whenever we are knocked down, whenever we face adversity, it is this unity that lifts us up. It is this unity that enables us to overcome any obstacle. We have seen it throughout history. In the darkest of times, when the world seemed determined to crush us, the Ummah has always risen. When empires sought to suppress us, when tyrants tried to silence our voices, when forces of oppression sought to tear us apart, the Ummah stood strong. It is not by individual strength that the Ummah rises. It is by the collective strength of its people, bound together by a common faith and purpose. And this collective strength is an unyielding force, one that cannot be defeated by any challenge, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. In times of persecution, when communities have been torn apart, when the innocent have been oppressed, when the downtrodden have been forgotten, the Ummah has always risen to answer the call. It has risen to defend the oppressed, to protect the weak, to stand up for justice. It has risen in times of war and in times of peace, in times of plenty and in times of poverty. In every circumstance, the Ummah has shown that it will not be broken. It will not be silenced. It will not be crushed. Instead, it rises with strength, with courage, with faith, and with an unshakable determination to push forward and create a better world for future generations. The Ummah rises because it knows that it is not alone. We are a people who understand the power of unity, the strength that comes from standing together. When one of us is hurt, we all feel it. When one of us suffers, we all suffer. And when one of us rises, we all rise. It is this collective spirit, this shared sense of purpose, that makes the Ummah stronger than any individual force. No matter the challenges we face, no matter the obstacles in our path, the Ummah always rises because we know that we are never alone in this journey. We are bound together by our faith, by our shared values, and by our commitment to a higher purpose. The Ummah rises not because it is immune to suffering, but because it knows that suffering is part of the journey. Every trial, every difficulty, every hardship we face is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to strengthen our resolve, an opportunity to build the character and the spirit that will carry us forward. It is through the challenges that we become stronger, more united, and more determined to continue on our path. And as the Ummah rises, so too does its potential. We are a people of great strength, great knowledge, and great potential. When we come together, when we unite with purpose and clarity, there is nothing that can stop us. We have the ability to overcome any obstacle, to defeat any enemy, to achieve any goal. But it is only when we rise together, when we lift each other up, that we can truly fulfill the potential that lies within us. The Ummah rises because it knows that its story is not yet finished. No matter how long the road may seem, no matter how challenging the journey, the Ummah will continue to rise. It will rise with faith, with hope, and with an unshakable belief in the future. It will rise because it knows that, no matter what the world throws at it, the Ummah is stronger than ever before. And as long as the Ummah rises, no challenge can ever truly defeat it. The spirit of the Ummah is invincible, and it will continue to rise always.